Good afternoon to the class. My name is Mia Harris. I'm a graduate student of communication with Liberty University. I'm presently studying communication therapy in a class led by Dr. Cliff Kelly. My class research paper assignment is on the uncertain reduction therapy. What is the uncertainty reduction therapy and what does it matter? It is a therapy developed by Charles Berger in 1975. This therapy centered around the initial stages of the interpersonal relationships that we encounter every day. And Littleton states in his book on the therapies of human communication that this deals with the way we gather information about one another. Berger suggests in his book that instead of uncertainty, we prefer to anticipate and predict what a person will do or say. Berger said in his book that human nature has a mode of uncertainty when they don't understand how someone is going to predict how they behave. So we are motivated in several ways to lessen this worry or concern, if you will. Two of the caveats of uncertain reduction therapy is cognitive energy and behavior energy. Let's talk about cognitive energy for a minute. When we are uncertain about something, our mind, we're in a state of concern and we're worried. We're trying to find a way to understand this person. We're trying to find a way to lessen that concern about what might happen or what could happen. So we do these different things to lessen that cognitive energy that we're expanding on. Then there's behavior energy. Behavior energy, we behave a certain way so that we can be accepted by someone. We behave in a way that helps them to include us or see us as a good person. In Hogg's definition of caveat, they say we're always doing something so that we can be seen in the perfect light. Also, the uncertainty reduction therapy is centered around assumptions. And what these assumptions are about is going to take us through several different levels of how we're going to find ways to get to know this person. There is verbal output. We seek information by asking others about the person or trying to find out what they belong to and what they like. There's a non-verbal want that we have for this person, that they can see us as approachable. We have a self-disclosure that we'll talk about. We look for similarities and a likeness to this person in order to lessen this uncertainty mode that we may go through. There are several motivations, things that happen when we first meet someone. Because we are anticipating the future with a job or a particular boss or whatever, there's a strong sense of self that we must try and conform to this person. So we're motivated to be a certain way in order to impress. Also, there's a motivation to have a stronger sense of self in order to allow this relationship to happen. And then sometimes we're motivated by monetary reasons. Maybe it's attached to a job, or maybe it's attached to a family, or attached to something that we want to belong to. There are several strengths and weaknesses here, because certainly when Berger designed this therapy, he used this in a variety of studies, and others have come back and improved upon his work. So it served as an initiation for a lot of other communication studies, which is a good thing. Another strength is that it motivated many studies to understand interaction between two people in a way nobody else has studied, and then you could take what he started and expound upon it. There's a couple of weaknesses that concern me. The original study was included only in one middle-class white neighborhood. So there could be some discrimination situations going there about other groups. If we're going to take a group of middle class whites and compare them to the world, there's going to be a lot of information that's going to be stereotyping. There's going to be information that will not be inclusive of other races and entities. So that's a weakness that I found to be a concern. It also recommends that the best practice in this therapy is a face-to-face approach. When we look at our media world of today, becoming face-to-face with someone is almost obsolete. So there's a lot of things that need to change with this therapy, because with the cell phone and Facebook and all the other media, Instagrams and such that we are dealing with today, there's another way that we will have to learn to communicate other than the face-to-face approach. Now, from a spiritual application, in my opinion, this theory just doesn't hold up in light of a biblical worldview, because the Bible speaks of understanding as a key goal to most relationships. And so if you're going to understand who someone is through talking about them to someone else, I'm not sure if you're going to get the correct information all the time. So this is something that I don't think a Christian would do. If you want to understand someone, you need to go straight to that person to find out who they are. Proverbs 4:7 teach the beginning of wisdom is to get wisdom, and by all means get understanding. And if you're going to do that, you need to go and have an honest face-to-face approach or a face-to-face conversation with the person that you're trying to understand and get to know. The references that I'm talking about are coming from Berger, 1998, Hogg, 2020, and Littleton, 2011. Thank you.